adults hide from you that you only understood later? When I was a kid, there was one name that made every adult in the room go quiet. Not angry, not awkward, just quiet in a way that told me I wasn't supposed to ask. My Uncle Aaron. Whenever I mentioned him, my parents gave the same vague answers. He moved away. He's busy. Don't worry about it. As a child, you learn quickly which questions aren't welcome. I remembered Aaron clearly. He used to pick me up from school, let me eat cereal for dinner, and laugh louder than anyone else in the family. Then one day, he was gone. No goodbye, no explanation. His name slowly disappeared from conversations, but his things didn't. His jacket still hung in the hallway. His toolbox stayed in the garage. A photo of him at a barbecue stayed on the fridge for years. It was like the adults erased him, but forgot to clean up the evidence. When I was 10, I overheard my grandmother arguing with my mom late at night. I was supposed to be asleep, but their voices carried. "You can't keep lying forever," my grandmother said. "She's too young," my mom replied. "She's already asking questions." No one said Aaron's name, but I knew exactly who they were talking about. As I got older, the story kept changing. Aaron wasn't just away anymore. He was not well, then not someone we talk about. Each version explained less than the one before it. The first real crack came when I was 16. I was sitting outside with my cousins when one of them asked casually, "Did you ever meet Aaron?" I said yes. He used to babysit me sometimes. My cousin frowned. "That's weird." "Why?" "He wasn't supposed to be around kids." Before I could ask anything else, her mom called her inside sharply. That night, my own mother brushed it off, saying my cousin misunderstood, but she didn't look at me when she said it. After that, things I'd ignored before started to bother me. How the adults never left Aaron alone with guests. How my parents always insisted on picking me up themselves when he offered. How my grandmother cried quietly once when she found one of his old notebooks. The truth finally came out years later, after my grandmother passed away. While cleaning out her house, I found a locked drawer in her desk. Inside were letters. Not many, just enough. They were written by my mother, my aunt, and a therapist. The language was careful, almost afraid, but the message was clear. Aaron wasn't dangerous, he was sick. He'd been diagnosed with a serious mental disorder in his early 20s. Episodes, paranoia, breaks from reality. There had been incidents, not violent ones, but enough to scare the family. Instead of explaining it, they chose silence. Instead of helping him openly, they sent him away quietly. Out of sight, out of mind. The letters showed something worse. Aaron had asked for help. He wanted treatment. He wanted to stay close to family. But my parents and grandparents were afraid of labels and gossip. They convinced themselves they were protecting me. When I confronted my parents, there was no dramatic confession, just long pauses. "We thought we were doing the right thing," my mom said. "You were a kid," my dad added. "We didn't want to scare you." But what they never understood was that silence scared me more than the truth ever could have. Months later, I tracked Aaron down. He was living quietly, working part-time, managing his condition on his own. He recognized me immediately. "You grew up," he said, smiling. We talked for hours, about nothing important, about everything. The adults hid the truth to protect me. What they really did was take away my chance to understand it sooner. Some things aren't hidden because they're evil. They're hidden because the adults are afraid to face them themselves. And you don't realize that until you're old enough to understand what silence really costs.